There was a guy named Ethan. He wasn't born rich, but over the years, while his friends were busy saving a few bucks on discounts, Ethan quietly built multiple income streams, investing in stocks, owning dividend-paying ETFs, and even turning hobbies into cash flow. What's interesting? He didn't look rich, but he was, because his money worked harder than he did. Now here's the catch. Ethan didn't follow some secret millionaire course or hustle 18 hours a day. He simply used a few money tricks that most wealthy people apply without even noticing. Ever noticed how some people seem to attract money effortlessly, while others chase it their whole life and still end up broke? What if wealth isn't about how much you earn, but about how you think about money? What if the difference between struggling and financially free is hidden in the little money moves you make every day, subconsciously? I'm going to reveal the subtle money tricks rich people use without even realizing it. You'll understand how their mindset shapes their financial destiny, how they create passive income streams without complex strategies, and how they build wealth quietly. If you're passionate about success and ready to take action, hit that subscribe button. We're here to inspire and guide you every step of the way. Let's unlock the subtle money tricks rich people use without even noticing, and how you can too. Money trick. Number 1. The wealth filter, automatic ownership. Rich people don't decide to invest every month. They automate ownership. Their money moves to assets before their mind has a chance to make excuses. It's not about willpower. It's about system power. When cash hits their account, a percentage is instantly directed into productive vehicles, dividend-paying ETFs, index funds, or blue-chip equities. They remove human emotion from the process. No, I'll start next month. No, let's wait till the market looks better. You can mirror this trick without being rich. Create one invisible rule. Every dollar you earn must report to an asset before it reports to a bill. The moment your income arrives, automate transfers to an investment account. Even if it's small, the ritual matters more than the amount. Automation builds identity. Each time your money flows automatically, you reaffirm, I am an owner, not a consumer. Ownership compounds quietly. It's your invisible army building your future. Most people save what's left after spending. The rich spend what's left after investing. That small reversal creates a lifetime of separation. Number 2. The money multiplier, building invisible income streams. Here's the quietest flex the rich have, money that earns while they sleep. They've mastered the art of invisible income, streams that don't need their daily attention. Dividend stocks, REITs, royalties, or businesses running on systems, all engineered once and compounding forever. Passive income isn't a myth. It's the reward for building something that works without you. But the secret? They start small. They invest in dividend-yielding stocks, reinvest every payout, and never touch the snowball as it grows. Most people chase pay raises. The wealthy chase yield. They understand that a 100 bill that earns 6% annually is more powerful than a 500 luxury item that loses value instantly. To replicate this, pick one income stream, just one, and build it for a year. Wealth isn't built by hustling forever. It's built by designing systems that hustle for you. And if that excites you, wait till you see how rich people spend differently in the next point. Number 3. The stealth wallet, spending below attention level. Rich people don't crave validation. They crave peace. That's why they spend differently. They're not cutting corners, they're cutting noise. The wealthy often wear simplicity like armor. They don't buy status, they buy silence. They'd rather have a clean portfolio than a cluttered closet. Why? Because every purchase either makes you freer or makes you a prisoner. They practice what I call stealth spending, invisible to others, impactful to themselves. The car is comfortable, not boastful. The home is private, not performative. They don't chase luxury labels, they chase liquidity. Meanwhile, most people upgrade life as soon as income rises. A new phone, a better car, trendier furniture. That's lifestyle inflation, the silent tax on your financial growth. Here's the trick. Every time your income increases, don't upgrade your lifestyle, upgrade your investments. Let your ego stay flat while your net worth climbs. Because the moment you stop needing to prove your wealth, you start building real wealth. Number 4. The market whisper, time beats timing. If you've ever tried predicting the market, you've already lost. Rich people don't guess, they endure. They've learned that time in the market beats timing the market. They're not obsessing over perfect entry points or panicking during downturns. They know the game rewards the patient, not the clever. When the market dips, they see discounts. When it soars, they see confirmation. They keep investing regardless of emotion because they understand one universal law. Compound growth rewards the consistent, not the lucky. This trick isn't glamorous, it's boring, and that's why it works. The wealthy automate regular contributions into diversified portfolios, rebalancing periodically but never abandoning the ship. They don't ask, is this the right time to buy? They ask, how long can I stay invested? Most people chase quick flips, the wealthy chase permanence. Number 5, the debt compass. Using leverage, not letting it use you. Debt isn't evil, but ignorance around debt is. The wealthy use debt as a lever, not a leash. They borrow to acquire, not to impress. They know that certain kinds of debt can multiply wealth, like funding an appreciating asset or a scalable venture. What they avoid is emotional debt, borrowing to fill a void or prove status. The difference is intentionality. The rich ask, will this debt make me money, save me time, or expand my freedom? If not, they walk away. They maintain pristine credit not for vanity, but because it's a tool. Lower rates mean higher leverage on productive opportunities, real estate, stock-backed loans, or expanding a business. Meanwhile, the average person avoids learning about credit scores, interest cycles, and compounding debt until it's too late. Here's your mindset shift. Debt isn't a trap if you design it. It's a trap if you drift into it. The rich aren't debt-free, they're debt-smart. And their next trick shows how they treat their income itself, not as fuel for spending, but as capital for expansion. Number 6, the seed strategy, treating income as capital. To the wealthy, a paycheck isn't a prize, it's raw material. They don't see income as spending permission, they see it as seed capital. Every paycheck gets divided like an investor allocating capital, a portion for living, a portion for building, a portion for future growth. Most people ask, how much can I afford this month? Rich people ask, how much of this can I convert into ownership? They prioritize cash flow creation over comfort. Their default question isn't, what can I buy? But what can I build? And here's where the story comes in. Arjun, no flashy degrees, no wealthy background, just persistence. He earned an average salary but treated every income like an investor. Every payday, a fraction of his money went into assets, index funds, dividend ETFs, and side projects generating passive income. Friends mocked his frugality. They bought new cars. He bought ownership. They dined out. He automated investments. For years, his lifestyle looked modest. But behind that simplicity, compounding was working silently. A decade later, his portfolio snowballed. Not massive, but free. He wasn't rich by luxury standards, but he had something far rarer, time. He could choose projects he loved. His money worked harder than he did. Arjun didn't chase trends, he chased transformation. That's the difference between earning to survive and earning to expand. Number 7, the portfolio map. Diversify, then simplify. Rich people don't rely on one source. They spread intelligently. Stocks, real estate, bonds, dividend ETFs, maybe even startups. Each one a soldier in a financial army. But here's the nuance. They diversify the source of income, not the purpose. Every asset has one job: generate freedom. Their secret? They don't chase everything. They pick a few assets they understand deeply and let them compound. It's not about owning many things, it's about owning the right things. Diversification is not complexity, it's clarity. It gives stability when the market sways and confidence when panic strikes. So next time you feel tempted to bet it all on one sure thing, remember, wealth survives through balance, not bravado. Number 8, the identity upgrade, investing in themselves. The richest investment the wealthy make isn't financial, it's internal. They spend aggressively on knowledge, network, and mindset. They treat every new skill as equity. While others scroll, they study. While others talk, they build. They join rooms where wealth conversations happen, pay for mentorship, and absorb perspectives that multiply their thinking. They understand that money never outgrows mindset. Every financial upgrade starts as a personal one. You can lose everything, your portfolio, your job, your assets. But if your knowledge remains, rebuilding becomes effortless. That's why the rich never fear risk. They trust their ability to recover. So read books, listen to podcasts, observe investors who think decades ahead. Every new layer of understanding adds compound interest to your mind. Because wealth is a reflection, not a number, and that brings us to your closing shift. So here's your challenge. Take one principle from this video and implement it within 24 hours. Automate a transfer, open an investment account, learn a new skill, build a new stream. I know that success comes from consistent learning. If this video gave you new insights, like it, share it, and subscribe to continue building wealth with me. Now, if you're curious about how poor people are sold dreams about compounding, that's exactly what I cover in the next video. See you there.